Blog Talk Radio.
Previously on the Little Show.
Yep. Max, what about you? Did you have any positive takeaways from Batman Superman?
Positive takeaways. Say, you know what? I'm gonna dip out after. I'm gonna give my answer, and I'm gonna elaborate maybe a little bit after that, and then I got dip. So,
okay,
if that's cool, gentlemen. Okay. So, positive things about the movie. I liked. So, okay, this goes for pretty much all.
You like Batman's square jaw.
Okay, yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing. Ben Affleck has a square enough jaw for me to like it.
And now, the Little Show.
Who are these guys? It's my theme music. Every good hero should have some.
What happens when two nerds get together to talk comics, movies, cartoons, and toys on internet radio? Monty, the Mongoose, Hannibal, the Beat Animal. Monty and the Mongoose's Little Show.
Man, why the my name not in the title?
Monty and the Mongoose's Little Show. Let your nerd hang out.
Oh, is that me? Okay. Welcome to the Little Show, episode 165.
Are you Tony Stank? Yes, this is Tony Stank. Thank you for that.
When my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
There we go. All right. I dig it. I like it a lot.
One of these times we will have a perfect startup. One of these times.
Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting closer to, we're getting closer to that. Each show back is slightly, the intro is slightly better than the last show. So,
yes. That one was pretty good. Look, I hate to point fingers, but I know who fucked up this time.
Okay, but to be fair, you're fat.
You know what? That was better than any of the Mongoose's fat jokes. I'll give that one.
Yeah.
We don't have the mild applause on the board anymore, so I can't use it.
There we go. So that was specifically for the Mongoose. So that's what that is. What's going on?
Yes.
What's going on, Monty?
Not too much. Been working my ass off. I'm finally relaxing and doing the little show. This is my downtime right now. This is just hanging out and talking nerdy, so I don't have to do anything but this, and I'm loving the shit out of it. And
that's awesome.
This is not an important shit, but I'm kind of upset that Darwin Cook died, one of my favorite artists. So
Darwin Cook died?
Yeah.
I think I knew that. I think that came across my timeline a few days ago.
Yeah, it sucked. I would have, if we had done the show Wednesday, that would have been an important shit, but and I do have important shit ready. How is that? 2 weeks in a row I'm going to have that. So.
Oh, that's good. I appreciate that you, that's real, that's real prepared for you. Normally you don't be that prepared, you know what I'm saying? But this time you are. I appreciate that.
I wanted to talk to you on your man in your face.
So, just for everybody listening to the little show, we added all of these Birdman sound bites to the.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
So you're gonna hear lots of random Birdman isms today. That interview was chock full.
Y'all saying my name? Put some respect on it. Shit, I didn't realize that one was that loud. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. All of these are just amazing. Oh wait, so what's this one?
I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel, straight up like a man.
So for those listening to the little show, everything Birdman did on that interview is 100% like New Orleans, like that's like some real New Orleans shit right there. You know what I'm saying? I want to come look in your face like a man. You heard me? That's all he was missing was a "you heard me" in there.
Yeah.
That's all he was missing.
All three of y'all. All three of y'all.
I wanted to talk to your man in your face.
Yeah, like that's not even a sentence. Like if you break down what he says, like wait, here it is.
I wanted to talk to your man in your face.
I wanted to talk to you and your man in your face. That sounds kind of homoerotic to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, it's Birdman, so you never know what you get. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, he's always had little things that, about him that was a little questionable. I won't say nothing about it because being from New Orleans, I know how gangster baby really is.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
if anybody asks me, say, hey, what's up with Birdman's sexuality? I say, I ain't got nothing to say about his sexuality. Okay, I don't know nothing about that.
I wanted to talk to your man in your face.
So I don't know nothing. My favorite one, which I didn't put on the board, was the one where he said, I knew a few places you was at. I could have rolled up on you, but I didn't think that one gangster enough. And it's like, I can't tell if he's saying, I think that it was gangster, or I didn't think that wasn't gangster. I mean, it doesn't matter. I don't know. In context, I don't know exactly what he was going for. So I'm not entirely sure.
You mean this one?
I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster.
It is. That's the one. Play it one more time. That's a great soundbite.
I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster.
I didn't think that was gangster. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what he's trying to communicate. I just have to go based on the tone of his voice.
Yeah. It's like it's all about tone. It's all about tone. He sounds. The funny thing about Birdman in that interview, I would have never even noticed it until it started blowing up, and I get it now because he sounds just like my uncle. It was just normal for me. Like, all right, that's how this dude's pissed. All right,
yeah.
And my uncle gets irrationally pissed about shit, and I don't know what he's mad about, but he'll start licking his lips, and he'll light up like 3 cigarettes in a row, and he'll start just.
That was
like,
that's a real.
Stay alone. He's pissed.
I don't know that. That shit is hilarious to me. It was like, is y'all finished? Is y'all done? I'm done talking. Okay.
No.
All right.
I ain't got no more talking. I ain't got no more
I ain't got no more talking. You know what I'm saying? I was having this conversation, ran out of talking. You know what I'm saying? Just like you was heading to the store, you ran out of gas. I was trying to buy some stuff, I ran out of money. He ran out of talking. I bet you didn't know you could run out of talking.
It happens.
So,
And I've been wondering, I was wondering how he reacted to all this shit. Like, what was he thinking? Stepping in and thinking he's making this big move to get some respect put on his name, and everybody started making fun of him. And the last I heard, he made a song called "Put Some Respect on My Name."
Shut up. That can't be true. Is it really? I heard that
right now.
I heard he sold he owns the he trademarked "Put Some Respect on My Name," and then he sold the trademark to a Chinese fashion company for $25 million.
Really?
Yeah, that's the rumor. I don't know if that's true. The little show, we don't do as much music stuff. We don't talk as much music, which is ironic because I'm a musician, and I exist in that world of hip hop music. But we don't talk as much about music on the little show as we probably could. And that's one of those things where it's like, so I had read that he copyrighted, he patented, Put Some Respect on My Name, and he sold it to a Chinese manufacturing company for $25 million, a fashion company based in China.
All right.
Awesome. That'd be great. I would love to see that. I would love to see Chinese Coca-Cola with like a girl smiling with a Coke in her hand, with like a sunflower, in her hair, and then along the line of the Coke next to the Asian characters, it says in English, "Put some respect on my name." Like, just totally out of context. You know what I'm saying? Written on the side of the can. Or it'd be like an ad for like a father and son to join the Chinese military. You know what I'm saying? They show them like in a loving embrace, a father and son respectful embrace. And then underneath that, underneath the Chinese character, it just says, "Put some respect on my name." It just a whole bunch of just totally out of context, being used the wrong way. It doesn't even matter. It's okay.
They're like, it's popular. We're just going to use it. Wait, I think I just found it because I listened to the song before. I'm about to post it on the little page if this is it.
Okay. So yeah, if you listen to the show, you can go to facebook.com/thelittle-page on Facebook. And, as evidence, when I said facebook.com, you can go to facebook.com/thelittle-page and then listen to the Put Some Respect on My Name by Birdman. Not produced by Hannibal to be Hannibal, but it exists, and you should check it out anyway.
Yeah, why didn't you jump on that? That you could have.
You know what? It's weird because sometimes things happen, and you be like you get that spark of creativity. You're like, oh, I gotta get on this. Like I gotta, remix this. I want to do this, and then it's just like, and then sometimes you just don't get that feeling. You don't get because things come and go so fast nowadays. So something to get popular, and then a couple days later, it's not popular anymore because everybody's on to the new thing. It was like Prince died, and everybody was like, damn, Prince died. I'm sad. Ooh, Beyonce put out a new project. Ooh, Drake put out a new project. And now it's like people don't remember that Prince just died. It was like a week ago he died.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Yeah. It's like it's already old news. So, and it was kind of like I didn't realize at the time when it happened it was going to be as big or as popular as it was for those few days. And so, in hindsight, I was like, I'll still utilize it. I'll still find ways to incorporate it in some of the things that I do. But, I just didn't get to it fast enough. I didn't think it was going to be that big. Like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's pretty funny. And then I saw the memes and the jokes that people made about it are funnier than the interview itself.
Yeah, it is. But I have to say, when I saw it all happening, I hadn't seen the interview. And I saw people talking about Birdman and Put Some Respect on My Name. I was like the meme with him at Subway. And the guy's like, all right, I got pickles, black olives, lettuce, tomato, mayo. Is there anything else you want on this? And Birdman says, yeah, put some respect on it. Like, what the fuck does this mean? So I went and looked it up. And I work the art markets. And I'm sitting at the art market. And I'm watching this video just laughing hysterically. Like, how did I miss this?
Yeah, I saw it like as soon as it popped up because every now and then I'll watch The Breakfast Club. Like, I actually enjoy watching The Breakfast Club more often than not. But sometimes, and I feel the same way about The Breakfast Club that I used to feel about Howard Stern. Sometimes he goes a little out of his way to antagonize his guest, and
yeah,
I'm not as intrigued by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like from time to time, I don't mind you poking fun at people. But, like, sometimes I feel like he goes out of his way to antagonize people. I'm like, yeah, man, someone's going to kick your ass. And, like, Charlemagne already has a permanent black eye. So I'm just like, somebody's whipped your ass once. So you would feel like he would just be like, hey, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? But in that particular situation, it was just like, hey, welcome to the Breakfast Club. And as soon as Baby got there, he was like, man, I'm going to let y'all know. Y'all stop playing with my name. Y'all don't play with my name no more, you bitch-ass motherfuckers. That's like, show hadn't even started recording, and he's already cursing them out. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
But if anybody who pays attention to Charlemagne, he likes to get under people's skin. I'm sure you've seen Between the Donkey of the Day and like all of the phenomenal memes that they created about Lil Mama after, she burst into tears on The Breakfast Club. Which I love those Lil Mama memes. I know she probably hates that shit, but I love those memes. Like, those shits are amazing to me. Like, I love watching. Like, that is like my favorite one is like they have one of her crying, and then it says, you know, when his mama meets you for the first time and she said, and you hear her say from the other room, "Who's that ugly ass girl sitting on my couch?"
Oh my God!
Oh man, that is hilarious. That is it. Just I never get tired of seeing the little mama one. Or another one of them is like they'll have her like she's sitting there and she's crying and like you know they got the crying picture of her and then he's like you know when he's hitting it from the back and then he yell out, "Man, what's that fishy smell?" You know, and she just and I love it. Like those little mama memes are amazing. Those are like some of my favorite memes. I hope that shit never goes away. And it sucks because I kind of saw the interview and he literally just was like breaking her down piece for piece. Like it was almost sad. Like it was like I never really believed in, you know, verbal abuse, but if there was such a thing, I think she might have got verbally abused that day on the show, and then for the world to turn around and laugh at her pain even more is like, oh, that's terrible. But damn, those memes are funny. Man, those memes are funny. So you want to do important shit or? You want to? What do you want to do? Where's Adam at? We're supposed to have a guest on the show.
Yes, we are going to have today on the show. We will have Adam from MHOG, who's been talking shit on Instagram, and I've just chosen not to respond to him because we established long ago that me and Adam have beef. So I'm still we still got to get together so I can finish recording my track about Adam. Like
you gonna do a diss record about Adam?
Yeah, all about Adam. Like, I dug up a bunch of personal shit about him. And,
man.
Like, I almost got my lyrics locked down.
Oh, man. I'm excited.
I want it to be produced by Team MFN. So.
Definitely. We'll get into our diss beats. I like that.
Yeah. Like I'm just as good as 50 Tyson, if you remember him. So
that is not enticing. That is not feel me. That whatever the opposite of confidence. That is what I'm not filled with. So,
I don't believe in overselling myself. So
okay, well you definitely did not. So don't worry.
There you go.
You did not oversell yourself.
I don't want people to expect something that is not. But he will be on the air about a half an hour in, so we have important shit. We got What's Eating Hannibal. We got Wrestling Minute.
Oh, yeah.
So we might get Adam on just in time for What's Eating Hannibal because that always starts up a long discussion.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This What's Eating Hannibal definitely, it's one of those things that I think we can all relate to. It's one of those things that really pisses me off. I think it's one of those things that really pisses a lot of people off, but I'll save that for, I'll save that for later in the show, so make sure you stick around for What's Eating Hannibal, because there's always something pissing me off.
Awesome. And also, if you follow us on the little page, I am broadcasting live on the little page, so you can watch us live. You'll only hear half the conversation, and because Hannibal's in Atlanta, I'm in New Orleans, but
so they're only hearing your half of the show. Is that what you're saying?
They're only hearing my half of the show, unless they have
hilarious.
It is. Unless they have Blog Talk Radio open and leave me muted. And, in another tab. Use your tabs. Use your tabs.
That is amazing. So you can go to Facebook.com/little page right now and listen live to just Monty talking. Like you're gonna hear 2 hours of one half of a conversation.
Use your fucking tabs. That's what I'm saying.
I might have a new What's Eating Hannibal now. So. Oh man, I feel it bubbling up. This is a good one. Shit.
Oh, that's great.
So are you gonna? Do you want to do important shit now, or do you want to do the Wrestling Minute now?
Actually, let's do Wrestling Minute, and then we will move right on to important shit, and then Adam will most likely be on the air by the time we're done with all that. So
okay,
here we go. Here's the Wrestling Minute.
Flying Zombie presents the Wrestling Minute, brought to you by L. Damon.
Las cucarachas entran, pero no pueden salir. Damon!
Hello. Thank you for calling the Little Show. We are sorry we can't take your call right now, as there was some wrestling incident. Please leave a message after the beep, and we'll return your call as soon as the casts are off. And if this is Damon, our lawyers have been in touch, and you are in violation of the restraining order. Have a great day and a bright tomorrow.
You have one new message. First message.
Hey, Monty. I got some weird threats from the Mongoose about a chair and a barbed-wire baseball bat. I'm not really sure what's up with that, but it's still the Wrestling Minute. So, one of the more prominent mid-card wrestlers in World Wrestling Entertainment, Ryback, was kind of unceremoniously disappeared from TV. Turns out he has a lovely little contract dispute, which, that happens. But one of the more interesting things is that this one, he wanted to imply was about getting everybody to have equal pay. Now, honestly, you're not going to have that happen. I mean, certain guys are going to sell more, more product. People are going to want to come see them more, things like that. I mean, for God's sake, John Cena makes freaking WWE like $15 million just on T-shirts and Fruity Pebbles alone. That's not even wrestling. I mean, hell, man's been on the shelf for 6 months, and his stuff is so top selling. But it's kind of funny when it's brought up, because honestly, you don't think of how much these guys get paid, and they're really breaking themselves apart for your better amusement.
Message ended because I didn't want to hear L. Damon anymore.
And that was the Wrestling Minute.
I love that the soundboard decided. I love that the machine decided it didn't want to listen to L. Damon anymore.
Yes. The machine doesn't like L. Damon.
Man,
Sorry, L. Damon.
It must. Yeah, it's like you got Siri, Cortana, and then our voicemail. The three bitches the three AI bitches that run everything.
Yeah, and she's just bored. That voicemail woman is just bored. So
yeah, she sounds bored.
Yeah, she wants nothing to do with it. So you bring L. Damon in, it's even worse. We love you, L. Damon, though. We love you.
Yeah, L. Damon's cool with us, man. I actually didn't know that Ryback was missing. So I'm bad with, when it comes to wrestling now, I only watch, like, WrestleMania and the Royal Rumble. The only one I watch faithfully every year is the Royal Rumble. I won't even watch, like, I've had WrestleMania. I downloaded it, like, the day after or the day of, and I still haven't watched it.
Yeah, I haven't seen this year's WrestleMania either, so I'm so behind on wrestling.
Yeah, the same thing. There's nobody that really just like super catches my attention anymore. Yeah, and that's what it is. There's no wrestler that I'm just super excited to see. Whereas like I like them in the ring and I like them on the mic as well. I used to hate that when I was young. I used to hate all the time they spend talking and setting those storylines. I'd be like, just get to the fucking fights. But now that I'm older, I'm like, I guess, and our generation is spoiled because we had the Hulk Hogan's, the Ric Flairs, then we had the Shawn Michaelses and the Bret Harts, the Ultimate Warriors, and then later on we had the Stone Colds and the Rocks, which, really with the Monday Night Wars was like the peak of wrestling, and they grabbed all of the great wrestlers from ECW. And then, they had they put on like some amazing shows, but it was so good that there was nowhere else to go from there. So it was like, Cena makes him a lot of money. CM Punk made him a lot of money. Edge made him a lot of money. But let's be real. Edge, CM Punk, fucking Ed, CM Punk, John Cena would have all been mid-card stars in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You wouldn't have held a candle in D-Generation X or the NWA. I mean, the NWA. So it's just like NWO.
Oh yeah, New World Order.
Yeah, NWA. I would love to see John Cena in NWA. That would be great. See, you in the group, but you can't say the name of the group. So.
When people ask you, just go. I'm in a group with attitudes.
Yeah, I like that. Coughing sounds with attitude. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, that's how he gets away with it.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. So yeah, I feel like the bar was set so high with the Rocks and the Triple H's and Brock Lesnar and Kurt Angle and Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker at that time. And I know some of those guys are still around and they're still doing stuff, but there's no draw in the WWE like that anymore. Yeah. There's nobody that's like, man, I really got to see this person. Like you remember, like Mankind, Mick Foley.
Yeah. I used to watch wrestling. There was Monday Night Raw, SummerSlam on Thursday, and Sunday there was this. I forgot what it was on Sunday. I watched every single one of those in every pay-per-view weekly. Yeah. They would have those little shitty house shows that would come on like USA that would be just for the mid-card wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? It's like just like the proving ground. Who was the worst wrestler or the worst character you remember that they had on wrestling? Was there anybody that you just despised that just was like you just didn't understand the point of their existence? Oh wait, I'm having to go back in time for this. Give me a second. Shit, I remember I'm backtracking. That's why I'm rambling right now because I'm trying to remember. But me and my brother-in-law at the time would every Thursday get together and we would get pizzones from Pizza Hut and watch SmackDown. That was our Thursday ritual. Pizzones and SmackDown. And we used to, I'm trying to remember, I used to hate Right to Censor until I got used to them as a faction. Okay. Like Right to Censor, I'm like, this is so stupid. Like, why are they here? And then I realized, oh, wait, that means their gimmick's working. That's why I hate them. I'm supposed to hate them. They're doing it right. Okay. So I hated, before Kane was Kane, which if you listen to the little show and there was any wrestler or wrestlers in history that you just despised the gimmick, you didn't like watching them wrestle, you would, when they had a match, you would just change the station. Call in and let us know. You can write in on the little show on the little page what wrestlers did you despise the most watching. For me, and that call-in number is 646-787-8369. Is that really? 646-787-8369. Yeah, you're right. He's right. Monty got it right. I got it right. I nailed it. There you go. Awesome. That's pretty cool. I hated so before Kane became Kane, he had this in the mid-90s. He had this gimmick. He was Isaac Yankem. He was a deranged dentist. I remember that. Isaac Yankem. That was Kane. Really? That was Kane. Yeah. I hated Kane. Yeah, I hated Isaac Yankem. I just thought that was just a shitty. Gimmick they came up with. There was a trash. It was a garbage man. I don't know what his name was. He would come out to the ring. He would be dressed like a garbage man, and he would bring a trash can with you, and he would cheat in his matches and then hit you with the garbage can. Really? Right. I thought, and then he was terrible. Tommy Dreamer from ECW, who was the man in ECW, when he got to WWE, they would make him eat gross things. And that was his gimmick on WWE. He would just he would be like for some reason somebody would have like some Barbasol shaving cream on the side of the ring, and he would just eat that shit. Like it didn't make the matches better or worse. He would just eat that. The man who would eat anything, but it was like it served him no purpose in the match.
It wasn't like, the only way he's going to win this match is if he eats these tacks. And he's like, he eats the tacks. It gave him strength, and now he's going to win. Like, it would just be this random shtick that they just had him do. And it was just like, they wanted him to keep a job. And it was like, hey, if you want to eat a job, what are you willing to do? He said, well, I'll eat something gross. I was like, cool.
All right, well, get ready to eat whatever we tell you to eat every fucking week.
Like, that blue shit, that blue shit that they put barber's combs and shit in? That blue water? They had him drink that one time on the show.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And who was it?
It was a Tommy Dreamer. He was like,
Tommy Dreamer?
Yeah, and like he was Mr. ECW for a long time, and then it was just like, then when he got to WWF, that's what they made him do. They made him just like eat shit. It was gross.
That's crazy. It's crazy. But
I didn't enjoy those damn cheerleaders. Like, there was like 10 cheerleading dudes, and then they would all attack you at once. They were like
God, I remember them.
The Spirit Squad or something like that.
Yes.
I thought it was a horrible gimmick. And it was like, at one point they were the tag team champions, but there was like 7 of them. And I'm like, how are 7 guys the tag team champions? This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you know what? I'm remembering more stuff I hated. Do you remember, what was it, APA?
Ron Simmons, Farouk, and Bradshaw.
Yes. Yes, I remember they were awesome at one point, and then they just gave up on being awesome and decided that, they were just going to sit around and do nothing but drink beer and do lame shit.
Yeah, I see. That's when I thought they were cool. That's when the APA was awesome. They would have that door.
I liked them better when they were kicking ass.
They would have the random door. It wouldn't be attached to anything. It wouldn't be attached to a room. It would just be like a random door sitting out. And it'd be like, hey, you can't come in here. You got to knock on the door. That was a great gimmick. It was awesome. And then all Ron Simmons would say is, damn. I thought that was great.
I lost interest in them when they did that. I was like, no, go back out and kick some ass. Y'all were awesome before this. But I guess I was the only one that thought they were awesome. So
yeah,
I guess it didn't work out.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. I didn't like the retarded wrestler Eugene. Thought that was a shit gimmick. Yeah.
And Stephen Hewitt just said, back during the ministry, they were deadly. So there we go. That's from Facebook Live right there. And Steve, if you're not listening to the whole show, you're missing Hannibal. And pretty soon we're about to have Adam on. He's stuck listening and respond. So just because I can say whatever the fuck I want about Adam, and he can't say shit about it. He can't hear him. But he has to listen to me right now.
Oh man. Man, that's funny. That's funny. I don't know if I want the wrath of Adam. I think Adam enjoys spirited debate. I think he enjoys the conflict of conversation, and I think he's good at it too. You know what I'm saying? Which is interesting because he's probably real good at arguing with people, and you're real good at not giving a shit about what people say. So this could be an interesting. Could be an interesting debate. I'd like to see how this pans out.
This is going to be fun. This is going to be super fun. I can't wait to get him on, but I'm going to make him listen to important shit before we do any of that. Adam's not coming on. We're not even going to throw him in the screening room. We're just going to throw him on at some point, and he won't know. So Adam, he'll hear a beep on the phone, so he'll know when he's live. I was going to say I could just go, so what do you think about that, Adam? And pause for a bit. And then go, oh, sorry, your mic isn't live.
But I'm in the room, so couldn't I just click the button and just make him live, and then he could respond?
You have that power.
Oh wow! So
you can be the
Adam,
one.
I hold your destiny in my hands, Adam. I actually want Adam on the show because I want to hear what he's got to say. I can see you guys really bumping heads, and he's got like a no nonsense kind of ferocity to him, you know what I'm saying? And then you're like, you're the hunter that kills because, and he's like the fighter that fights because. So I think this would be a good match to have you guys together.
Yes. This is going to be a fun show. That's why I wanted Adam on the show. I like arguing with Adam. But I also like fucking with Adam. So.
Not my girlfriend wanted to make it a point to let me know that I also like to argue and have spirited debates, and that I'm secretly talking about myself. I disagree with that, and we'll talk about that for 2 hours after the show. I'm joking.
Yes,
I'm joking. I'm joking. I yield.
A thing has been started. You gave up too easily.
I did. You know, you gotta. You know, I learned a long time ago from Kenny Rogers. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and other stuff.
You know, it's time for important shit when Hannibal starts quoting Kenny Rogers. So here we go.
FlyingZombies.com, Blog Talk Radio, and Team MFN proudly present Hannibal and Monty's Action News with L. Damon on sports, Keith, the man on the street, meteorologist scientist Mel on weather, and Hannibal and Monty's Action News anchors, Hannibal and Monty. And now, here's lead anchor Monty with Monty's important shit. Riley!
And here we are. We're back with important shit. So, what have you been doing since I've been away so long, Hannibal? It's been a whole 2 minutes, but
yeah.
Can you hear me? All right, there we go. I'm just making sure everybody's on. So, I just saw the new Star Trek Beyond trailer, and I know you were talking about it last week.
Yeah.
I think it looks kind of awesome, except for that stupid-ass jacket that Kirk's wearing. I don't know why he's trying to look like Crichton from Farscape. Other than that, I think it looks awesome.
I mean, no, it looks fine. Like, you know, like Fast and the Furious movies look fine in the trailers until you see the movies.
You know, I'm glad you said that, because I know for a fact Adam's favorite movie series is the Fast and the Furious movies. So I'm starting that argument right now before he gets on.
God, here we go.
And I am, you know what? Fuck it. Right now, I'm done fucking with Adam because you just said that. And in the middle of important shit. Adam, you're live. Welcome to the little show. We're promoting shit after this.
right in the middle of important shit. He's like, oh, let's make Adam live. Let me defer the fury of Adam onto Hannibal.
Look, I'm very strategic with how I go to war with people.
I see that. He's gonna have us wage a war with each other, and then, like, for him it's a win-win, because if I win the battle, then he doesn't have to fight, and if I lose the battle, then you be so weakened that he can just win. Well, I'm gonna deny you battle and just agree with whatever you say.
Is that how it works? All right. I see how it is.
Yeah.
That's fine, but I thought it looked awesome. And yes, Doug just commented on the live feed because Michael Crichton was a badass. Crichton was a badass, but you know why? Kirk's not as much of a badass as Crichton. I'm sorry, he shouldn't be wearing that jacket or a jacket that looks even close to it. But
you know, I was curious how long it would take before y'all noticed I hadn't said a word.
Oh, it's been a while. I noticed. I've been listening for you.
Out of curiosity, when you say Michael Crichton, are you talking about John
I
Crichton?
realized I fucked up. I was hoping nobody knew.
Yeah.
But you know,
I was gonna let him just ride with it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, don't get me wrong.
I'm sitting here and I caught my fuck up, and that's what I get for doing a nerdy show. You guys are gonna call me out. So
I'm down for a movie where Michael Crichton's an action hero.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what you were talking about.
Fuck you. You're muted. No, I'm not going to do that.
And I want Hannibal to know that I won't get into. There will be no animosity.
And fuck you too, Doug.
Hannibal.
Fuck you too, Doug.
There will be no animosity between me and Hannibal because me and Monty
got beef. You're not even on the fucking show.
Yeah, you guys got beef.
Oh, we got beef. We got fucking serious beef. I'm talking about 7 strangers in a house, true story beef.
Bring it on. Bring it on. I got beef all day. But look, before important shit gets lost, I want to say this before we keep talking about the beef. The other thing, the voice of Scrooge McDuck and Mr. Ed are dead. That guy died. The guy that did both of those voices.
Well, he was 96, so you know, I mean, it was going to happen eventually.
I honestly thought he was already dead. I just presumed that everybody that does voices is dead already. I just was like, oh, the guy who did the voice of Shredder is dead. Yeah, that's not news to me. I thought he was already dead. I just presumed that people that did voices from the 80s are just dead already. Like
Wait,
the 80s.
The guy that did the voice of Shredder isn't dead. That's Uncle Phil. He died?
Yes, he is. He died years ago.
He did? No.
Yeah. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Uncle Phil is not dead.
Uncle Phil died a really long time ago. Reginald Vell Johnson, Uncle Carl from Carl Winslow is still alive, but Reginald.
He's still alive.
But yeah, Uncle Phil is dead. Yeah.
Well, fuck that. What the fuck? You just ruined my day. I didn't know.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that you didn't know. But like I said, I presume all of those shots. I imagine the guy who did the voice of Piglet is dead too. I do. I just presume. And then for the next generation, John Ratzenberger, the guy who does Cliff from Cheers, figure he'll be dead soon. So que sera.
No.
I don't think he's that old.
I mean, it's just. I'm just saying though, for the next generation, like when the kids listening to our podcast start doing their own podcast or whatever their version of podcasting is in the future, they'll probably just beam the transmission into your brain directly, and then for them,
don't they do that? I read about chemtrails already. I think they do that now. Isn't that what chemtrails do? Maybe I'm confused.
What are you guys beefing about?
I don't even know.
Okay. No, I got a story for you, Hannibal. I got a story.
Oh, shit.
So 2 weeks ago, I get a call on a Tuesday night at 11 o'clock at night. 11 o'clock at night, I get a call, and it says, I ain't going to say your real name, but it says Monty's name on my phone. I'm like, it's 11 o'clock at night on a Tuesday. What the fuck? But I was awake. I go to bed at like 9 p.m. I go to bed early. So, because I'm getting older, and that shit happens sometimes. And so I pick up the phone, and I hear, yes, it's Monty. And I was like, I know, I got your phone number. And he's like, look, the little show is coming back. Yes. And I was like, yeah, I saw it, cool. He's like, look, I want you on the show. Here's the thing. You were not my first choice.
I was honest. Come on.
I want Doug to be on the show, but I don't know if Doug can do the show. So I'm thinking about asking you to do the show, but you were not my first choice. He says this like 4 times in a row, and eventually I'm just like, all right, dude, like, I get it. He's like, look, the show is Free Comic Book Day Saturday. I will call you tomorrow and give you the details. And I said, okay, man.
I wanted to talk to you, man, in your face.
Wait, what?
I wanted to talk to you, your man, in your face.
I don't even understand that clip, but okay.
I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel. Straight up like a man.
I would, but he never comes around. I invite that bitch to tacos and everything, and he don't even come around.
I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster.
All right, so I'm going on with the story. Anyway,
I'm sorry. These are
he tells your story. He tells me he's going to call me, the next day, Wednesday, and give me the details and let me know if Doug's in or not. You want to guess what didn't happen Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday, which is the day the show's supposed to air? So Saturday, I'm just assuming that Doug's doing the show. And, I'm a nice guy, so I call to double check because I know Monty. So I could still technically be on the show and just not know it. So I text him, and he texts me back, and he says, yes, the show is going to be Wednesday because that's what works best for everyone. So right away, I'm like, well, I guess I'm not on the show because nobody asked me if that was okay with me. So I'm like, that's fine. So then Wednesday comes around, and I'm expecting to see a post about Doug Raymond being on the show. Apparently, not only was I not his first choice, I was not his second or third choice as well, because I see, lo and behold, Goofy Fruit and guy with less interesting moniker are doing the show, and I'm just like, how many fucking people are above me on this list? This motherfucker calls me at 11 o'clock at night, a week in advance, and it's like, oh, yeah, I need you to do the show. I mean, I don't really like you that much, but, look, you'll be good
dude,
for the show.
I love you. But we got beef. I get it.
Not enough to send a simple text that says, hey, man, sorry about that. Like, we actually
the thing about it is,
yes, but
I don't text anybody back. I never do.
And plus, we have beef, motherfucker.
He says that, but he texts me back all the time. He texts me like 5 times a day.
I just want, no disrespect to Hannibal.
Throw me under the bus.
I was like, no, I was not trying to throw you under the bus. I was trying to show the world how caring you are. And it's like, hey, man. He's like, hey, Hannibal, just wanted to make sure you woke up and were safe today. I hope everything's well. This is Monty.
Put some respect on my name. You understand me? You know what I'm saying? My name, put some respect on it.
Well, no disrespect to Hannibal, but I want y'all to know that y'all better get that's racist button, because Black Lives don't matter tonight, bitch.
Oh, you got to. Where's the button? Can I get to it? There it is. There it is. That was a good one. I like that. I like it a lot.
Black lives don't matter tonight.
But just to cap all that, yes, I am a very big fan of the last three Fast and Furious movies.
The ones with the Rock in them.
Yes. I mean, I kind of like the ones before to varying degrees, but the last
Jordan
three
Peoples, by the
are the
way.
ones I love.
Okay, so while we have you on the show, Adam from M-Hog, which M-Hog is a phenomenal podcast. If you've never listened to it, you need to listen to it. It's an amazing podcast. You guys are up on YouTube now, right?
Not exactly. I have 2 YouTube video stream shows. Well, not like live streaming, but YouTube shows. One of them is on the M-Hog Network, which we want to do more video stuff with, and and we have a new co-host who's a local stand-up comedian, and we want to do more stuff with him, like with the video. But currently on the M-Hog Network, I took my old Disney and Universal Studios podcast and just I wasn't doing it often enough, so I said, well, let me stop paying for it as a podcast and just start doing it as a YouTube series. So I do that, and then I stopped podcasting the BSI Comics podcast, and I just because I was bored with it, and we started doing that as a video series as well. So, cool. But M-Hog itself, we do have plans to do a YouTube podcast at some point, and we don't know much about to record video in the way that we need to do it for that to happen just yet. So,
which this would actually be a great segue in our search for the mongoose. If anybody knows his whereabouts, he's like Kane from Kung Fu. If anybody knows where he is right now, call the little show. And
I know it was at Big Lots yesterday.
Oh, you saw him at Big Lots. All right.
I
was looking at furniture.
I imagine him with like a long beard, what I'm saying, that he strokes religiously, and he's got like a big cane and a giant not a coat. I don't know what do ninjas wear? Like before they go ninjaing. Sure, like a long coat and a long walking
bathrobe,
stick and linen, yeah, and a linen bathrobe. I mean,
if you look at a karate gi, that's basically what it is. It's just a bathrobe.
Yeah,
it's even got the belt.
Yeah, it's got the cool belt.
So I guess that's where the mongoose is. If anybody sees it, look, I'm going to put this out right now for the tens of people listening to the little show. If you run into the mongoose and see him out, just snap some pictures like Bigfoot and post them to our page. We'll share them.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what we do. We all post pictures of the mongoose.
Yeah, I want pictures of mongoose sightings, random ones. So that maybe we'll make that a year-long game or something to see if we can get the. But I have talked to the mongoose and I have heard. Like he randomly calls from random places, and I'll always answer when he calls because we don't know where the fuck he is. He didn't tell me where he was. He's planning on being back for the show where Hannibal and I settle our bet. So.
Wait, your bet that's like 4 years old now?
Oh yeah, we're gonna settle that shit. Enough time has passed that this bet is still valid. Like this, it has to happen.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna take place. No, it's gonna. You know, and I have high hopes that I will cheat to win.
You know what? If I lose, I will come to Atlanta and make you nachos. But you got to agree to come to New Orleans and make me nachos.
I will be in New Orleans next week, sir.
All right.
So
all right.
this, I should say next week. I should say this week. So we can quantify this shit immediately. Okay.
All right,
nachos.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
I don't even know how to make nachos. I've never even learned how to make nachos. That's how confident I am in my position.
Well,
so I'm gonna be.
I mean, first you go and buy nachos, and then you
they
buy
have to be
cheese,
jerk chicken nachos.
and you
I
melt
want
it.
Jerk chicken nachos.
Gotcha.
Jerk chicken apology nachos.
Well,
That's
first
what I'm
you jerk off a chicken, and then you buy some nachos.
Oh shit. Oh shit!
See, that really just offers more questions than answers. Like, how do you jerk off? Well, I guess you have to jerk off a rooster, and then from there, I don't even want to imagine the process of trying to find rooster penis. That just nothing about that sounds amazing to me. That sounds terrible.
Only on the little show do you hear rooster penis. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you hear it a lot in Southeast Asia.
Do you know this for a fact?
I mean, like 98%. Like I don't say anything in absolutes, you know.
All right. That's good to know.
Yeah.
You know, you would know Michael Crichton. He would know a lot about it.
And you know, while you were talking about important shit, one thing that you didn't bring up that I thought you were going to bring up was CBS is starting to do promo for the new Star Trek show that they're going to have debut in January next year.
See, I haven't seen anything about it. I'm not excited about the new Star Trek until I see something.
Yeah, I got you. See, I'm torn because, well, first off, I don't know if it's supposed to be a reboot or if it's supposed to be an addition.
It's not. They're going to avoid the question that you're asking. It's supposed to take place somewhere between the original series timeline and the next generation.
Okay.
So I don't think they're going to address whether or not it's in the movie universe that currently exists or in the original universe that you're used to.
Yeah, see, that's why I didn't want to mention it, because I don't know where it falls. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm going to like it or not like it. So when they give me something that tells me what it is, then I'll talk about it. But for now, I'll talk about Powerless, that new, CBS show. I've been trying to find the trailer for that, but it's been pulled down everywhere. I was going to mention it. But I don't know if I want to get interested in that show, because Alan Tudyk's in it, and every good show Alan Tudyk does ends up getting canceled, even if he's only on it for a few episodes. Truth.
Oh, wow.
Truth. Yeah. Very true, but it looks fun, so I'll check that out. And we need to, we're almost an hour in, and we still have What's Eating Hannibal before we get to what the show's about. And Doug's been blowing up our live feed here. So, and Jordan Peoples, I remember you, by the way. There are comments happening. People are engaging us, and we're just ignoring them. But
so Monty is definitely failing there, guys. That's not. And this is for the mongoose. He's failing because his big fat fingers can't respond to you as fast because like his fingers, like as he tries to type on his keyboard, it's hitting 3 or 4 letters at one time. So it takes him a little bit of time just to respond. That's for you, the mongoose, wherever you are.
Yes.
I have a question.
What's that?
All those times y'all did What's Eating Hannibal, why was there never an offshoot called What's Monty Eating?
Yeah, see, there you go. See, that's the one that the mongoose is really going to like. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you got the good one. So
yes,
we don't have Mild
on
the board anymore, so I don't know what to do with that. That was great, though.
Yeah.
Look, I'll give you this.
Ben Affleck has a square enough jaw for me to like it.
There you go.
I don't know what that guy was doing with Ben Affleck, but
yeah, that's probably my favorite soundbite on the board now.
Ben Affleck has a square enough jaw for me to like it.
So, all right, are you ready? Is there something eating Hannibal?
Yeah, go ahead and cue up my music, and then
here we go.
Women drivers, people who talk during the movie, customers who cannot make up their mind while ordering food.
They shit on L.A., they shit on Chicago, they shit on Miami, they shit on New Jersey.
New Yorkers, Atlanta Falcon fans, possibly people from Alaska.
They hate Canadians, they hate the South, they hate the rain, they hate the snow, they hate murder, they hate crime, they hate fucking everything. They hate the Knicks when they're winning. They hate the Knicks when they're losing.
Indecisive morons. Blithering idiots. Humans. These people have formed a burning question. What is grinding Hannibal's gears?
Yeah. Okay. So that I also just shout out to the mongoose. You gotta love the mongoose for the segment being called "What's Eating Hannibal," and then when he records it, he says, "What's grinding Hannibal's gears?" So. And we had multiple lengthy conversations about this. We had conference calls, we had meetings, we had various emails go back and forth, and it was like, hey, I got you, don't worry about it. And then it's always what's eating Hannibal, and then he says what's grinding Hannibal's gears.
Yeah, I always thought that was funny too, and I kept asking him to redo it, and it never happened. But so we're just gonna leave it. It's part of the show now. It's gotta stay.
It's gotta all just run together now because it's just and I wouldn't have it any other way. So it works out just fine. So I had posted this on Facebook, and Adam, you commented on this already, so you already you probably already know where I'm going with this. But what's eating me now is so I'm an artist. I'm a musician. Monty is an artist. He's a visual artist. He's a painter. He draws. He does graphic design. And when we come in contact with people in our various industries that are, whether they're musicians, songwriters, painters, graphic designers, writers, filmmakers, whatever, and you get to talking to them, and you'd be like, hey man, I'd like to know more about you. Where can I check out your stuff? Or why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, just Google me. What? You just you want me to Google you? I'm here, I'm talking to you right now in your face, and they'd be like, yeah, just Google me, just search my name, and then all my information pops up.
You motherfucker, you.
So that really kind of pisses me off. Because, I'm standing here, I'm talking to you. It comes across as very impersonal. It comes across real dickish when you have somebody
look in your face like a man and tell you how.
I'm trying to
straight up like a man.
Look, see, Birdman knows. It's like you're talking to somebody and you're trying to get information, and then I right now I'm from New Orleans. I live in Atlanta, and Atlanta is infamous for this. The entire
city is like in on like a giant joke that I wasn't invited to. Nobody told me what it was. So whenever I meet people, like 9 out of 10 times, 99 out of 100, 999 out of 1,000 times when I meet somebody and I'll get to talking to them, I'll be like, oh yeah, blah, blah, this and that. Where can I check out some of your stuff? Where can I find you? What's your Instagram? And they'll just say, Google me.
I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster.
You motherfucker, you!
Like it's just like it's entirely annoying. And I posted this on Facebook, and I got a lot of likes, a lot of comments. A lot of people hate this shit. Like especially when you're dealing with people, you ask them, hey, how can I get in contact with you? How can I find out your information? And they're like, oh yeah, just Google me. Could you imagine going to a job interview? And like you sit down and talk to the person and be like, oh yeah, so tell me all about yourself. Say, oh yeah, man, all my information's online. Just check my LinkedIn. It's all there. Like what?
You motherfucker, you!
Like you're not gonna like. It's just a shitty thing. You go out on a date with a girl. You know, you meet a girl at the bar. You guys are kicking it. You're having a good time. You're like, hey, what's going on? How can I get you? You know, like, won't you tell me a little bit about yourself? She said, oh yeah, just check my Instagram. Like
you
what?
Check
your $5 ass down before I make change.
Yeah, see, it's annoying as hell. And then as I posted this, all of these people on my Facebook are talking about how much they hate it, and then, oh yeah, that's impersonal. I hate when people do that shit. You know, I like to tell people, keep it real simple. When somebody asks you for your information, or somebody's like, hey, I'm interested, you know, you have to have what it's the elevator pitch. Like, you know, you're in the elevator, you meet somebody, and you have to real quick give them your information. You keep it simple. You tell them this is the first thing that I did of substance. This is the biggest thing that I've done of substance. This is the most recent thing that I've been working on, and this is my this is the most direct way, or this is the best way to get in contact or get more info. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's real simple stuff, and everybody for the most part, you know, liked or agreed with everything I said, except. And I don't want to put anybody on blast. This is this person who also does a radio show, and he or she, you know, you could just go on Facebook and see it. So I'm not really concealing anything. But he or she goes on and then is like, yeah, I don't have a problem. Like I tell people all the time, just Google me because my name is this and nobody else has this name. So first off, this person has a really common name. Right, that's very easy. That's very easy in passing in order to get wrong. And instead of me, because this person is somebody, this person is a friend of a friend. So I didn't want to attack he or she as vehemently as I wanted to. So I told her a story that I'm going to share with you guys. That'll end What's Eating Hannibal. A couple years ago, like year before last, I met this rapper in Atlanta whose name is Ant-Man. You know, like the Marvel movie, like the comic book character. Ironically, His name is Ant-Man, and I met him 2 months before the Ant-Man movie came out. Okay? So I meet this guy, and he's looking for beats, and this is, man, we start talking. So I'm like, hey, how can I blah, blah. And he's like, yeah, man, won't you just Google me? So I'm instantly annoyed, but I'm like, whatever. So while I'm talking to him, or while he's still talking, I proceed to Google him. And, of course, all that pops up is stuff about the upcoming film and about the pre-existing movie character. So I said, hey, Ant-Man, when I tried to search you, all that popped up was this movie and this comic book character. So he says, oh, how about you search Ant-Man rapper? Still annoyed. I go ahead and search Ant-Man rapper, and unbeknownst to me, 5 other rappers pop up named Ant-Man, none of which happen to be him.
Motherfucker. So there's 6 rappers with stupid, unoriginal names that don't know what a business card looks like.
Oh man, time travel's confusing.
So it gets better. So I tell him, hey, I searched Ant-Man rapper, and 5 rappers popped up, none of which are you. So then he says, okay, search Ant-Man rapper Atlanta. So I'm so annoyed at this point. So I search Ant-Man rapper Atlanta, and it pulls up 2 rappers. Neither one was him. So then
Please
he
tell
tells
me this ends with him telling you that he's not really a rapper and this was all a game.
No, so then he ends up telling me the name of his mixtape that was on Live Mixtapes, and then it was through that I was able to find him. And I was like, I told him, I was like, yeah, man, so, but when I first met him, he was like, my name is Ant-Man. I was like, Ant-Man, like the comic book character? And he was like, man, I don't know nothing about all that. All I know is I've been Ant-Man my whole life. I was like, yeah. So I was like, yeah, so is Hank Pym, but that doesn't mean that it's a good idea for you to be Ant-Man. You know, and I'm just like, so when he said, I was like, he told me his name was Ant-Man, and then when I asked how to find his stuff, and he said, Google him, I was confused because I was like, there's no way that you've told other people to Google you and they found you. There's no way that you did this. You know what I'm saying? But I could tell.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talk.
I could tell you by the confidence in which he told me his name, and he was like, yeah, Google me. I'm like, apparently in the past, all I could think is he was telling other people, yeah, my name is Ant-Man, Google me. And then when they Googled him, they couldn't find anything, but nobody had the courage to tell him, hey, man, I can't find you. You ain't online, bro. I can't find none of your shit. They pulled up a gigantic search of 1 million things that's more relevant than you. So I just couldn't find you. You don't exist. And it was just, instead nobody told him that but me. So after we went through this, and then this whole ordeal is like a 20-minute process, right? To go through this whole thing.
His name is Google Man. That's what Doug says.
Just like it just. And I come across that all the time. Like, people don't understand. Like, and there are other issues with this too. Like, you know, there's certain rappers like Common, you know, whose name is Common. You know, he's been doing music for a really long time. But back in the day, it wasn't so easy to find anything on Common because his name is Common. It's a word. The same thing is true of The Game. The same thing is true of Future. Like, you can't just make your name something that commonplace. Like, you got to do something to kind of make it stand out, or you got to build up a big catalog. And then when you have somebody like that, he's like, hey, I want my... Oh, wait a minute.
Sorry about that.
Did you... Oh, no, I thought you were going to... I know what you were going towards, and that was going to be great.
Oh, here you go.
Lana! Hey, I know I'm supposed to be up my own ass right now, but... Oh, is that what you want? Yep. Because that's how you get ants.
Yay! Monty, did you record that with a 8-track cassette recorder like on TV?
I don't even know where we got that one.
It sounded like somebody held up their phone, like their Parrot app, up to the TV on FX and recorded like a scene from Archer and then put that online. Like, you'd be surprised the amount of people.
Doug just said that Ant-Man. Doug wants to know if Ant-Man raps about Ant-Man and web searches.
That would be so. That would be an amazing thing for him to do. It would display a certain level of juxtaposition and irony, poetic justice in his name being what it is. Unfortunately, he was surprised at how confusing it was, and I told him how confusing it was before he told me his name. I was like, hey, so what's your name? He said Ant-Man. I was like the comic book character and movie coming out in 2 months? He's like, man, I don't know nothing about all that. All I know is I've been Ant-Man my whole life. Like, he said it like he was going to strong-arm Marvel Disney into the name. It's like, damn, we got to change the name of this movie because there's this rapper named Ant-Man who's been Ant-Man his whole life. Like, no, bro, I promise you Stan Lee and Disney are not having that conversation. You know what I'm saying? Michael Eisner and Stan Lee did not have that conversation. I promise you. That is not a thing.
They were like, what about this guy, Ant-Man, that he's a rapper? We might have to change the movie name. Yeah, let's look into that.
Like, that's not a thing.
You know what? You know what, Ant-Man?
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
So
I think you missed out on a golden opportunity to get into this man's life. Like, when you say I've been named Ant-Man my whole life, and I'm assuming this dude's like, say in his 20s. So he spent like, say, 25 years from birth, and people called him Ant-Man, and like nobody said anything, and he decided this was his gimmick. Like what? It seems like he's got a little bit of a problem there.
Just a little bit.
I know it went nowhere, but I was just curious.
And that is why, to the untrained eye, the works of Sofia Coppola appear to be terrible, boring, and a waste of time.
Yeah, Ant-Man. So that was a real life thing that happened. So whatever field you're, and I did that, and I said that whole story just so I could really just illustrate to the person I got into it with on Facebook. I can always anticipate getting into it with either an Aries or female about something that I said online. So it's just like, and as it turned out this time it was a female. I was like, yeah, so, you know, it is what it is. I was just like, so I told her, I was like, hey, so I told her the story, and I was like, oh, she was like, oh, you know what? I see why you would have an issue with people saying Google me this and that. I'm like, no, I have an issue with it because it's incredibly impersonal. Like, if I'm talking to you and personally, and you tell me to Google you, you know what I'm saying? It's like it comes across just real dickish, you know what I'm saying? And that's what's eating Hannibal this week.
Well,
Put
some
it's
respect
the
on my
behavior
name.
of people
You
who
understand me?
are more
When y'all
interested
saying my
in
name,
being
put some
famous.
respect on it.
It's people who want to be famous and aren't really that interested in putting the work that it takes to be like an expert in your field, whatever it may be. Whether it's you want to be a rapper or an artist. Like to me, if you have a field where you're trying to get the public interested in whatever your art is, you should have business cards. If you're not 19 years old, you know, if you're in your 20s or 30s, whatever it is, and you're an artist of some type, you know, I'm a podcaster and I have business cards. You know, it's part of selling yourself, and you should be able to. When somebody asks about you, you shouldn't even have to give them an elevator pitch. You should just be able to say, "Look, this is what I do, and if you're interested, please check me out here."
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, and that's it. But one thing that I've learned about living in Atlanta, and I've actually done a What's Eating Hannibal about how much I despise New Yorkers and how much I despise Falcons fans. But I really do need to do one about What's Eating Hannibal about living in Atlanta, Georgia, because there's a lot of people here that are successful.
Doug's gonna make business cards that say "Google me." So
that's awesome, Doug. That's awesome. Make sure I'm part of the copyright owner, and I think that's a great idea. I haven't talked about what it's like living in Atlanta, and I want to make it a point to say this because I'm going to save this rant for a couple weeks from now. But I have to say that the issue with Atlanta has less to deal with people that were born and raised in Atlanta. Like, as I've known people that were born and raised in, you know, within and around the city, that's not really the issue. The issue is the people that come here from other cities. And Atlanta is one of those cities where people come here from other places to try to get a new start on their lives. They're like, oh, there's a lot of people here. It's a big city and this and that. And then what happens is they come here. There's a lot of people that are successful just because they know people. And because they know people, Atlanta's a very fake it till you make it kind of city. And, you know, a lot of people pretend to be more – they just pretend to be more than they are. And it's easy to convince a stupid person. I mean, it's easy to convince stupid people of a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Next week, I think my What's Eating Hannibal is going to be about fake headlines and sponsored news stories, and
yes,
and how people can't tell the difference between one and the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, do it.
Ben Affleck has a square enough jaw for me to like it. I agree with that.
So yeah. So I'm gonna save that rant. I'll save that rant for another week. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely have one in me about
Atlanta, Georgia, and I definitely got one in me about sponsored news stories and fake headlines. So I'll save both of those. Yeah, I'll save both of those. So, are you ready for a commercial so we can come back to talk about Civil War?
Yeah, we've got 45 minutes of show left. I don't know how we're going to squeeze it all in, but let's see what we can do. Here we go. We'll be back in under a minute. So.
No, hey, what the fuck is that? English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Yes, they deserve to die, and I hope they burn in hell. But believe it now, motherfucker, we gotta get this car off the road. Son of a bitch. You're Iron Man, and he just took it? The little brother walked in there, kicked your ass, and took your suit. I am had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
This is Monty the Mongoose's Little Show, only at flyingzombies.com, fc-99.com, or check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/Monty the Mongoose. Hear the funk, y'all. Let it flow.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
No, you gotta do the show title. This is episode 165.
Oh wait, hang on, I'm not ready.
Okay, all right. Welcome back to the Little Show, Monty the Mongoose's Little Show, episode 165.
Are you Tony Stank? Yes, this is Tony Stank. Thank you for that.
When my name come up, respect it. Let's go. Stop playing with my fucking name. All three of y'all, stop playing with my name. I ain't gonna say it no more.
I like that. I like it because I love it because it's equal parts hip hop and nerd. So it's just I love that. It's like you get that I can mix these two things that I care so much about. It's like my nerdism. So I came up with a few discussion topics about Civil War. So it's not just like three guys just kind of super nerding out. It'll give us a chance to have a little bit of framing to what we talk about, and it still give us the space to just kind of go off topic. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking.
Damn! Why you all up in my business, Nick Fury?
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad. So you know what? Let's just start right there. So I'm going to pose a question. We're going to pose a question, and we'll roundtable it. Adam, since your name starts with the letter A, you'll go first, and then Monty, and then I'll round it out, and then we'll go back around. So this when I think about the people like we have on the show today, like Monty, Hannibal, and Adam from M-Hog, this is actually a pretty badass show. Like if anybody wanted to call in the show and disagree, this might not be a good time for you. This just might not be that day.
Yeah. Don't call.
You might not want these problems today.
369. Yeah. You don't want beef with us.
So,
there's already enough beef. It's like Outback Steakhouse in this bitch.
Oh, there we go. Chocolate brown bread at your table, bitch. Onion blossom. What's up? It's Outback references. So.
Oh, I got it.
There you go. Okay. There you go. All right. So, play the Nick Fury thing again. I'll go into my first topic.
Nick Fury, here we go, right there. I got it ready.
Damn, why you all up in my business, Nick Fury?
Okay. So, first question. Who did you miss seeing in Captain America Civil War most? The Hulk or Nick Fury? Who should have been in the movie that wasn't in there?
Oh. All right, Adam's first. All right. There you go.
All right.
Well,
you're not going to like this answer. I'm kind of glad that they capped it where they did because the thing that people tend to forget about these movies, and you hear it a lot when people talk about the Infinity War movies that are coming up, is that people think of them like they're comic books, like the same rules apply. Like, oh, you could just throw in, oh, you need the Guardians of the Galaxy in this movie, you need Daredevil in this movie, you need all these characters. The thing is, like, a film has, these are long films. This one was, I want to say, 2 hours and 45 minutes. You have a limited amount of space to tell a story and use the characters the way, like it's a Chekhov's gun rule. Like, everybody has to have a role. They can't just be in the movie, unlike a comic book. So, like, you're already juggling, I want to say, like, 13 characters in this movie. And the same thing happened in Age of Ultron, whatever your feelings are about that. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Sam Jackson as Nick Fury, and it would have made more sense for him to be in this movie than the Hulk. But, I love both of those actors and characters, but I'm kind of glad that they kept it where they did, and we'll get into like Spider-Man later, but like even that, when I heard he was in it, I was like, does he need to be in this movie? There's a lot of people in this movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Fair enough. Also, I'd love to just point out the fact that Adam, in all his glory and wisdom, found a way to not answer the question that was asked to him, and yet still found a way to intelligently answer the question. It's amazing.
Ben Affleck has a square enough jaw for me to like it.
It was just hey, which chicken is better out of Popeyes and Church's? And he said Raising Cane's. Wasn't a choice.
Well, KFC has the most MSG, so
That's great.
That ought to be their new slogan. KFC, the most MSG. I like that. I like that. Monty, what say you? Who was the bigger miss for you? The Hulk or Nick Fury?
I wasn't really missing anybody, but if I had to pick one, I would say Nick Fury, just in one scene where they're sitting there talking about all the shit that happened, because it's mostly that motherfucker's fault. Like,
okay,
he's just conveniently missing, and I didn't think he was missing. I get why he wasn't there, because he's like, oh, they're pissed about the shit that I made them do. Let me stay back for a bit. So,
wait, I don't think he was really responsible for anything that happened. What?
Nick Fury pulled all those motherfuckers together. It's his fault.
Yeah.
If we want to point fingers the way they're pointing fingers, it's his fucking fault. Because that's how they're pointing fingers.
Loki would have conquered the world if he hadn't.
He would have, and that's the other thing. Why are you all pissed? Aliens came from a hole in the sky and we stopped them. Why are you pissed at us? We didn't make the aliens. But if the way they're pointing blame, Nick Fury is technically at fault, pointing fingers the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So the miss for me, obviously, well, I don't want to say obviously. The miss for me is Nick Fury. Shout out to nobody missing Thor being in this movie, by the way. Nobody said, oh, wait, where's Thor? Where's the God of Thunder? Where's the Prince of Midgard? That's who we need to see. Nobody has ever uttered those words. It was like, oh, man, I really would have enjoyed Captain America Civil War if Thor was there. Said no one.
I did miss Thor, but I know he was out banging Sif, so I can't really blame him.
Yeah, it's all good. I am saying nobody's really upset. I mean, it's all good. We like what he brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's doing his best, so it's not a big deal. Actually, interesting side note, guys. Well, so the answer for me is Nick Fury. I enjoyed the movie enough where I didn't really sit back and be like, oh man, you know who wasn't in this movie? Damn, I really wish Luke Cage had made an appearance. That would have just set everything off. I didn't feel like that. I thought the movie was fine just the way it was. But if somebody had to be added to the cast that wasn't there already, it would have been Nick Fury. As a sidebar, the reason Nick Fury's character wasn't in the movie was a financial reason. He was initially going to be in the movie, and Robert Downey Jr. demanded more money and more screen time for the movie. So in order for the studio to pay him, the rumors, it's all rumors, I haven't quantified this yet, but the rumors is in order to pay him, and they didn't know what the exact status was going to be with the Sony deal with Spider-Man, they ended up cutting out Samuel L. Jackson.
Wow.
I want to see those sources because Robert Downey Jr. actually gets percentage points of every Marvel movie, and that's
really
kind of why they. Oh yeah. He's. I don't know how much money he makes, but he is probably the highest paid actor in Hollywood right now. He when he renegotiated, like I don't know how many years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, he makes a ton of money off these movies. And honestly, I tend to believe that Marvel went to him for more, to put him more in this movie. Because I think he's kind of ready to, like, he likes doing it, but I get the feeling like if he could just go off and do whatever he wants, because he doesn't need money.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know. I mean, I haven't seen where you're getting this from, so I could be wrong, but I know he makes a ton of money on every movie.
It's just a rumor. So I don't know if that's true, but I heard that the Russos had to make a financial decision to not put Sam Jackson in the movie. Like, there was even a story that Sam Jackson called him while they were filming it, like, so I'm not in this movie. Like, there's no Nick Fury. I don't have cameos. I'm not in the shit. And he said it was a financial decision. So if anybody can quantify that information, feel free to call the little show, which is, I never have the number just ready.
The number is 646-787-8369.
There we go.
Boom.
There we go. All right, let's see. Next question. Does this movie work better as an Avenger film or a Captain America film? Well, should this have been Avengers 3? Why not? Or does it work good? Does it work just fine as a Captain America film? Because, Adam, weren't you the one that made I want to say for Winter Soldier, you were the one who made the argument that it should have been a S.H.I.E.L.D. film as opposed to a Captain America film.
Yes. Well, my argument was that not necessarily that it wasn't a Captain America film exclusively. What I was saying was the movie's the only real flaw with that movie is that it's like significant flaw is that it's disjointed, because they have the Winter Soldier subplot that's really not relevant to the main part of the movie. And then they have the main plot, which is about like what's going on with S.H.I.E.L.D. And my argument was that if they really wanted to make that film like be as good as it could have been, it should have either like gotten rid of the Winter Soldier altogether, or made it two separate movies, like made a S.H.I.E.L.D. movie and made a Captain America movie. But obviously that movie works as a Captain America film, on its own. I'd say Civil War, I think it's almost semantics. Like, I hate to not answer the question again, but it's definitely on some level. Obviously, it's an Avengers film, but if anybody wants to see my full review on YouTube, like Google BSI Comics Podcast. As I've argued, like this movie, Captain America is essentially, I wouldn't say a villain, but he's the one that's wrong in this movie, so it is very much a Captain America film.
Huh. Oh, so you actually just segued into my next question. I hate that I have to.
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
I think Monty's ready to say some words now.
No, I just thought of that sound clip. I've said from the moment I walked out of the theater that was Avengers 3, and that's what I keep calling it, and I don't realize it until people go, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm talking about Captain America." Like, I call it that, not even joking, because I felt like I was watching the next Avengers movie, which I didn't have a problem with. I
call it Civil War. I don't even mention the Captain America 3 part. I just call it Civil War.
Yeah. Yes, that works too. But to me, it was Avengers 3, because Avengers 3, Civil War. That's what I saw.
For me, the movie is.
Yeah, and the only reason I think is because Winter Soldier was so key to it. I think that's why it had to be a Captain America movie, because if you had never watched the Captain America movies, you don't know who the fuck that guy is.
So if you'd never watched any of the Captain America movies and you went and saw Civil War, you're just a dick. Like, you suck. You suck as a person. I knew a girl years ago that would like never see these big movie franchises as they were coming out, and then she would always go see the last part of the franchise and then pass judgment on the entire franchise. Like, she didn't.
Look up idiot in the dictionary. You know what you'll find?
A picture of me?
No! The definition of the word idiot, which you fucking are.
Like, this chick would literally, like, she didn't watch any of the Harry Potter films, but didn't watch Deathly Hallows
She
Part 2.
saw the last one? Oh,
Yeah.
man. But wait, did she watch both halves of the last movie? Or just
No, she just watched
film?
Deathly Hallows Part 2. She did the same thing with
I like this
Revenge of
chick. Is she single?
She did it. Oh, definitely. She definitely is. I can guarantee she's single. Believe that. But yeah, she saw like Matrix Revolutions. She saw Revenge of the Sith. She saw Return of the King, and would never see the movies that led up to it. She saw Sex and the City 2 and never watched the damn show or first movie.
I don't blame her for that one.
That shit is amazing. I'm like, so you can't do that. That's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. You got to
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Like, she was just, it was amazing how she would do this all the time. This movie, Captain America Civil War, for me is 70% Avengers, 30% Captain America. Which for me is just enough Captain America. It's sort of like when I go to Popeyes and I order like a family box and they give me like six spicy breasts and like 2 thighs. That's just enough dark meat for me. I don't need any more dark meat than that.
Yes.
You know.
We're still talking about chicken? What?
That's when they have spicy chicken. Like, I don't get that at Popeyes. Like, that's a whole other thing. I think that was a What's Eating Hannibal one. I wanted to pull that up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like look, no matter what time of day you get to Popeyes, no matter what part of the country you in, it's still gonna be about 10 minutes on tenders and 15 on spicy. So it doesn't matter what time of day you get there.
Mild. They always want to give you mild. Like,
have you ever had them give you mild chicken and try to convince you that it's spicy?
Yep.
Have you ever had the argument with them before you leave, or do you leave, try it out, and then go back? I always tell them right on the spot.
I usually leave and try it out and go back, unless I'm done with it. I'll just fucking eat the mild and never go to that Popeyes again.
So that would just mean you just don't go to no Popeyes. I've never gone to a Popeyes that got my order right twice in a row. So
I know a couple that'll get it right, but they always make you wait for spicy. Look, you got 2 black men on the show. We segued into talking about chicken. That's what happened.
Yeah,
excuse me, Monty. I love fried chicken at least as much as y'all, if not more. I love breasts. We can talk about breasts all day if that's what you want. Chicken and breasts. That could be the rest of the show. Fuck Civil War.
We could talk about Popeyes and Gianna Michaels all day.
I'll do you even better. I got orange soda in my refrigerator right now. I can get black. Come on.
That's good. That's good stuff.
I got so many choices for previously on the little show next week. Oh my God, this is great.
Hey, I just was like, and you know, just to stay on the topic of food that black people love, which is my favorite topic on Jeopardy. I love watermelon, and I hate when I get a fruit plate and it has cantaloupe or honeydew on it. I don't want that garbage fruit. Okay, I want my watermelon, and I hate to perpetuate the stereotype about black people, but I really do love fried chicken and watermelon. It's amazing. It's delicious.
It is.
Love it.
Hannibal, did Monty tell you about the restaurant in New Orleans on Claiborne that's called Chicken and Watermelon?
Yes, it sounds like the greatest restaurant I've ever been to. I can't wait to, like I said, hopefully me and Shayla will be there next week. And when I say next week, this week, because today's Sunday. So in the next couple of days, we'll be there. And I'll go search out this restaurant and fill my gourd there.
Well, I suggest you bring along like some Pepto when you go, because you can smell the diarrhea off the place.
You know what? You know what? It's like in life, sometimes you got to take the bitter with the sweet. So it's all good. I'm with that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I accept Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, despite the fact that she never attempts to be Russian at any point of her acting, and that's okay.
You know that's true. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, we accepted Natasha Romanoff from St. Louis, Missouri. Okay, whatever. All right, whatever. Okay. And that's fine. We don't, and it's okay. We just, you know what? She's such a good agent that she can just turn it on or off whenever she wants to. So it's not even a big deal. It's okay.
She does that for me.
Yeah. Which brings me to my next point about the movie. I'm sorry. Yeah, I say 70% Avengers, 30% Captain America. Whose side is right in this world? You already answered this question, Adam, but I'll still let you, obviously you get to keep talking. Who's more right in this movie? Is Team Iron Man right or is Team Captain America right? Who's right in this film? Or who's more right? Whose side do you identify with more in this?
And it's funny, like for the video review that we did, me and Fletch Boogie, who's on BSI with me, we actually even wore our team shirts. He had a Captain America hat. I had my Iron Man, El Hombre del whatever Iron is, El Hombre del Ferro shirt. No, in my opinion, I mean, there's a little bit of blame to go around, but 90% of what's wrong with it or what happens in this movie is completely Captain America's fault. And I'll explain it very simply. It comes down to two moments. The first one is the one that you saw at the end of the Ant-Man movie where Falcon and Cap are talking, and while Winter Soldier walks up and they say, "What?"
All right, yeah, sorry. She said spoilers.
Oh, sorry. Well, they're talking about, should we call him Tony? And they say no, and who knows if they'll let him come in. And so basically they decide, like, Tony wouldn't trust them, and even if he did, he wouldn't help them because it would break the law. Except at the end of the movie, you find out that they're 100% wrong. Like, as soon as he gets the tiniest bit of evidence, he's like, oh, man, I'm wrong. I better break the law and go help Cap. So he flies off. And then the second point where you find out that Cap is wrong is when Tony finds out that the Winter Soldier killed his mom and his dad. He gets angry, and Cap stops him. And then he looks at Cap and he says, "Did you know?" And Cap lies and says, I didn't really. And he's like, don't bullshit me. Did you know? And Cap admits yes. And that's when Tony snaps, when he feels like not only he's also been betrayed by somebody who, whether they're friends or not, he's obviously very close to. They're soldiers on a battlefield. So pretty much, like, if Age of Ultron is all about Tony's arrogance, Civil War is nothing but Cap's hubris. Like, everything that happens because Cap does not trust Tony.
Okay. That's interesting. That's interesting. Monty, what say you? Who's more wrong in Captain America: Civil War? Tony Stark or Steve Rogers? Whose side do you more identify with?
Yeah. What I'm saying is, or what I've been saying since I walked out is, I actually take both sides, and here's how. As a moviegoer, as me, Monty, watching the movie, I'm with Iron Man. I'm like, yes, fuck y'all. Like, not Iron Man. I'm with Cap. Where it's like, we don't need to be told what to do.
He's with Rocky.
Yeah, he's with Rocky. But no, I'm with Cap. Like, we don't need to check in. Let the Avengers be Avengers. Let them go and do their thing. Like, I side with Cap as the moviegoer. But if I take myself and place myself in that universe, I am totally with Iron Man. Like, keep these motherfuckers in check. I want somebody to blame that I can get in their face when somebody throws a car into my house.
Right.
Like, I want them kept in check. So, when I walked out and thought about it like that, moviegoer me, guy sitting down eating popcorn watching the movie, I'm on Cap's side. But if I place myself in that world, I'm totally with Iron Man. So there you go. Since it's not real, I'm with Cap. If you want a definite answer.
Okay. If I existed, the irony is if I existed in that world, I think I would. Probably I'm definitely Team Cap not because I'm a big Captain America fan. I'm actually the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I'm not crazy about, a character who exists to perpetuate the American agenda, capitalism across the world. That's just for all my Make America Great fans that's listening to the little show.
What's the American agenda? Fried chicken?
No, I'm just talking shit. Don't listen to me. I don't mean anything I'm saying. I'm pro team Captain America because if and I was watching an episode of the Justice League Unlimited on Netflix, which if you've never watched Justice League Unlimited, it's not as good a show as the regular Justice League show, but you should still watch it because then you get to see cool characters like, Dr. Fate, the Red Tornado, and
I think we just got beef. What?
I think so too. Like, what the?
It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress.
What the fuck?
We could definitely get into how not anti-DC. I'm clearly pro-Marvel, but we can get into that argument another day.
All right, look here. I'm writing it down. Adam, you're the next show you're on. We're talking Justice League, the Justice League and Justice League Unlimited. That is going on the list.
Yeah.
Expect an email when the show's over.
The very first episode of Justice League Unlimited. There's a conflict going on in some part of Asia. They hint that it's China, but it's not really China. It's some made-up country, in the Justice League universe and the DC universe. And they send Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Supergirl,
and Captain Atom.
And Captain Atom. Okay, so you know the episode. And then they get there, and there's this giant robot that's terrorizing the countryside, and it's just slaughtering people by the hundreds, right? And when they get there, the Chinese government is like, yeah, we see y'all came to help, but we got this. And if this was the Captain America versus Iron Man argument, then it's like, look, their government doesn't want us to intervene, so we don't intervene. We don't take any accountability, and we just let these people die. So if I am that person that feels like everybody has a right to live and has a right to be protected, then I'm like, screw your goddamn rules and your bureaucracy. I'm going to go save those people running from that goddamn robot. That's it. I don't care about what the government says I should or shouldn't do. It's always one of the things that I've loved about the Green Arrow character is that he's always had this kind of stick up for the little guy kind of attitude, which I think is amazing since he's like a billionaire. That's a whole other story. But I love the idea that it's like, you know what, right is right no matter how you paint it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I love the idea that it's like, yeah, and just that concept, I like the idea of that concept alone, not the way it frames the rest of the movie, because Captain America fucked everything up. He fucked everything up, and then he fucked over his friends, and he just like, so it's like, yeah, what's worse, Ultron trying to destroy the planet, which is Tony's fault, or the fact that that your homeboy killed Tony's parents, and you never said anything about it. So I hate to say it, but Captain America's the biggest dick in that one. You know what I'm saying?
Technically, Ultron's at least half Scarlet Witch's fault as well. So
yeah,
figure that.
So it's kind of.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten into how she's going to try to. Oh,
if you look at both movies, Scarlet Witch actually kicks off like every major disaster, with the exception of the stuff in Winter Soldier. Like she's just every movie, she's responsible for people dying.
Yeah. Yeah, I was never a fan of her her character in the comics, and I can see I'm not going to be a big fan of her character in the movies as well.
Well, I'm a big fan of her Olsen twins.
Although, if she, I see what you did there, and I appreciate that. I wish we had a button on the board that saluted titties.
We need to make that happen.
I'll take a pound of nuts.
That's a lot of nuts!
That's as good as we can give you right now, Adam, is a pound of nuts. That's not as good as. But and look, if they end up introducing Wonder Man at any point in the Avengers movies, I think I'm going to really, well, first I'm going to love Wonder Man in the Avengers movies, and I think I'm going to despise Scarlet Witch even more. Yeah, just in the framework of who was right or wrong, I like the idea that Steve Rogers was fighting for. It's like, you know what? Let's not worry about the bureaucracy of why and the how. It's just like the bottom line is these people are in danger. Let's go save them. The end. I love that idea. He fucked everything else up in the movie, but I like that idea. So because of that idea, team captain.
All right. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
And
so now,
we got two team caps.
Yeah,
like
we got
if
two
we
team
talk
caps.
in real world.
You know, it's okay. Y'all can both be wrong. It's fine.
Okay. So now here's the next question, and this relates to a conversation that Monty and I were having about Captain America: Civil War. Who's the coolest black guy in the Marvel Comics universe right now on film? You know, is it Falcon, Black Panther? Is it Luke Cage? Is it Nick Fury? Is it Idris Elba as Heimdall? Or Idris Elba as the Ghost Rider preacher friend? So, got a couple options there.
All right.
Because Idris Elba was in that as well. I left out War Machine. Damn it, I left out another black guy.
Oh, and I wasn't ready with the "That's Racist" button.
Yeah, left out. So yeah, who's the coolest black guy Marvel character on film today?
Yeah, we're talking character.
Yeah. Character to film.
It's so hard because I thought Chadwick Boseman was one of the best things in Civil War, and I really like Anthony Mackie what he did with Falcon because I hate that character in the comics.
Likewise.
But I think honestly, I don't think you can. And I love Don Cheadle. Don Cheadle's one of my favorite actors, but I don't think you can do better than Samuel L. Jackson, both as an actor and as the character Nick Fury. I think he'll always be the coolest dude, you know, with the exception of maybe RDJ. I think he's always going to be the coolest guy in the movies.
All right.
Yeah.
All
right. I'm just going to go ahead and say I agree. Fucking Sam Jackson is Nick Fury.
All right. Well, there you go. There's your see. I go with Luke Cage. I don't even know the actor's name, so I'm not even going to say it. I just like
Michael
Luke Cage.
Coulter.
Yeah. I enjoyed Luke Cage. I thought he was a great Luke Cage, and I've always enjoyed Luke Cage though. And the guy even, I think me and you argued about it, Hannibal. You don't agree that I thought he sounded cool saying "Sweet Christmas."
No, I don't. I've always hated that catchphrase, man. It was just. It's just because black guys don't talk like that. It's like, you know, hearing Luke Cage, like reading, I can remember reading Luke Cage say "Sweet Christmas" in the comics when I was young, is the equivalent of watching the Cleveland Show. It's like,
yeah, that's what you
it's
said.
like. It's like, so this is how you think black guys talk to other black guys, huh? Okay, it's just.
Well, then I think we have a new challenge. Like, can you come up with a beat so cool that it makes "Sweet Christmas" work?
Oh man, I like that. Yeah, I can do that. But I think it's gonna work in a very campy way. But yeah, I think I can do it. You know what I'm saying? "Sweet Christmas." It's just.
All right, we got a challenge.
It's just a weird, just kind of cat. And I get it. I get what it is, and I get why it exists. But it's just weird. You know, it's just really weird. I just was like, because if I was having a conversation with other blacks and somebody just was like and then somebody had, because that's how we refer to each other amongst each other. The people don't know that.
Oh, it is.
I
didn't know. I must have missed the last meeting. All right.
Right. You weren't there as we took minutes, so that's what it is. Just you messed up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had a good chicken and watermelon spread. You missed it. It was amazing. Popeye biscuits and hot Popeye's biscuits and hot sauce. It was amazing. So,
no, we gotta stop talking about food. I'm hungry.
I just can't imagine a scenario where it'd be like something happened. It was just like you're on a bridge, like you're on the what's that bridge that takes you to Huey P. Long? Like say you're on the Huey P. Long bridge, and then a giant section of it just falls off into it just falls and just breaks away onto the ground, and then somebody just yells, "Sweet Christmas! The bridge just broke!" Like, come on, who are you doing that for? Okay, you didn't do that for me.
I guess they have an interesting epitaph.
that's just so weird. It's just such a weird thing. Then why Christmas? Why not Easter? Why not the 4th of July? You know, like of all the holidays, like why Christmas? Why not Easter? Why not Halloween?
I can't tell if this is a bit or if you really just hung up on it.
No, it's not a bit. I swear, I didn't practice this. It's just a weird thing. Sweet Halloween and collard greens. Come on, like who are you doing that for?
I'm gonna start saying that now.
There you go.
That is horrible. I don't know who he does that for. So it's just that's what. But I mean, other than that, I actually, like I said, I love what Netflix did with. I actually love what Netflix is doing with the Defenders of Hell's Kitchen. So I'm excited to see how that comes to fruition in the long run. So yeah. Okay. Next question. I think it's actually the last question I have about. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Last question I have about Captain America: Civil War. Where does Captain America: Civil War rank amongst all the other Marvel comic universe movies right now? Where does it rank in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and in your imaginary list of those films? So we're not talking about all comic book films of all time. You know, just where does it? Well, you know what? Let's do both. Where does it rank in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and where does it rank in all comic book movies all time?
You realize how much work that is?
No,
yeah.
I'm
just saying,
it
ranks 2 steps below A History of Violence for me.
I don't know where A History of Violence ranks for you.
It was a Viggo Mortensen film based on a graphic novel that came out like
No. I'm familiar with what it is. I don't know where it ranks. Like, is History of Violence top 5, top 10, top 20, top 100? Where does Civil War fall for you?
So it ranks pretty high for me. Rape really brings up my average when it comes. It's really the game changer for me.
Stupid fat honey.
How'd you get the nickname motherfucker?
That's just it.
You can't have an M-Hog member on the show without rape coming up at least once.
That's true. I love how the show came to a screeching halt. It was so great.
I'm gonna put a video on the internet and get hood rich and very famous.
Well, I guess are we starting?
Yeah. You're first. I thought you were setting it up. We were waiting for you.
I've thought about this, and I really I've made a list in the past, but that was like 5 movies ago. I think it's in my top 5, but I want to say it's towards the bottom. And the main reason is say I think Winter Soldier, if you want to compare Captain America movies, I think even with the storytelling problems, I think it's a better movie, or at least a more enjoyable movie from start to finish. Whereas Civil War is almost perfect as far as storytelling, but it's also like the first two-thirds of this movie are like walking up a mountain. Like there's the first hour is just set up, so it's a very slowly paced film. But once you get to that third act, you know, from the second they're in that airport, it's, you know, there's nothing but joy in that movie. So I feel like it would rank higher, but the pacing, it's a long movie for me. So number 5.
All right.
Like we're talking about Marvel Cinematic Universe, or we're talking
Marvel.
all time.
I'd say Marvel, but the Marvel movies tend to be, for the most part, at the top of my list. Like there's a couple movies like X-Men First Class that go in my top 10, but for the most part, like the Marvel Studios movies are the best to me.
Yeah.
Unless you want to throw in Batman: Mask of the Phantasm, that'll always be number one.
You know what?
All right.
I love Mask of the Phantasm. I have nothing bad to say about Mask of the Phantasm. But if I had an animated Batman film, it's definitely going to be Batman Returns if you count 1 and 2 as one film.
All right.
That's a whole separate argument.
That's a whole discussion. I know.
Yeah,
I'm opening a whole different can of worms.
We're opening up doors that we don't have time to walk into on this episode. We got to be careful. We're down to the wire on this. So, Adams, you're putting it in your somewhere in your top 5. You don't have to pick a number.
Yeah, I'd say it's like number 5. I'd argue.
All right. I would say for me that Marvel Cinematic Universe, it would probably fall somewhere in my top 10, like close to 5. And I don't know. That's without sitting down and really thinking. I know it's up there. It's pretty close to 5. I don't know if I'd put it in the top 5 though, but it's pretty close. I enjoyed the shit out of that movie. So
yeah, as far as Marvel Cinematic, it's definitely top 5. I don't even think about it. It falls somewhere between. So in my mind, and I can't say best. I can only say my favorite. Because quantifying the best of these films is tough. Marvel Disney is doing a very good job, and everybody else, Fox with the X-Men franchise, and Sony with whatever they decide to do with Spider-Man, and God knows DC and Warner Brothers need to get their shit together, because Marvel Disney right now is kicking everybody's ass and taking names. Like, their worst movies are still good movies, and that's saying a lot. I think the least entertaining film they've put out to date for me was probably like the Ed Norton Hulk, which incidentally, I don't know if you guys picked up on it, but William Hurt played General Ross in that Hulk movie, and then he played General Ross again in Civil War. So, 2 points for Marvel for keeping him the same. I thought that was real awesome. For me, the first Avengers is still my favorite of the Marvel films. Winter Soldier, I love with my whole heart. And then this is, it's better. Like somebody said it best online. I liked it more than Age of Ultron, about as much, if not slightly less. And when I say slightly less than Winter Soldier. The issue, my only issue with, I actually didn't have an issue with the pacing. I don't mind them taking their time to tell a good story, and the story plays out fine. The only issue I really had with the movie was the villain, Baron Zemo. His purpose basically existed as Deus Ex Machina. Like, it's just like, hey, I'm here just so I can fill in the blanks of these other parts of the story. Like, he didn't really serve a purpose. And again, that's more preferential. I don't think it actually hurt the film. And I had the same issue with Civil War that I had with Les Miserables. Yes, I'm making a Les Mis reference, but just stick with me. Les Mis is this 3-hour musical.
I'm down with that.
It's a 3-hour musical where the best part of the movie happens 30 minutes into the movie, and it's the best part of the movie, is amazing. And then it's like, oh yeah, you still got another 2 hours of movie to watch. It's like with Captain America Civil War, the best part of the film happens, and it's like, oh yeah, we still got 40 more minutes of movie to go. And that's it. It's not a knock. It's just it's a matter of preference. I enjoyed Winter Soldier a hair more, and it would be like the difference between giving a movie like a 8.5 out of 10 and the other one an 8.6 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a smidgen more, and it's completely preferential. it would definitely be in my top 5 Marvel Cinematic movies. I don't know if it will be in my top 10 comic book films of all time, but my list is real picky and specific.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed the hell out of the movie. Yeah,
we're gonna have to get into that soon.
I enjoyed the hell out of the movie. You know, like that and Deadpool right now, the two best. So far, I feel I'm scared for X-Men Apocalypse and Suicide Squad because I feel like, Deadpool and Civil War set the bar really high for everybody else.
I don't think Deadpool's that great.
Yeah,
all right,
we can't.
I wanted to drop that.
We got 20 seconds to show left, and Blog Talk's going to cut us off. So we got to call it. See you guys next week. We'll be talking X-Men.
Yeah, next week, all things X-Men.
Listen to
Yes, thanks for being on, Adam. Yes,
check out M Hog. Check out M Hog.